Of all the people wanted by the Syrian government, there is perhaps one group at the very top of the list. And finding them, let alone getting them to acknowledge their existence, is far from easy.
Try not to photograph them.
Okay.
It took several days of negotiations and a secret meeting to finally get to speak to the Free Syrian Army of Damascus.
We were soldiers in the Syrian Army. Our officers used to treat us very well, but recently we got some officers from the Alawite sect, specifically from the 4th Division. They ordered us to do things like shoot at demonstrators and mosques, especially after Friday prayers. Whoever refused to carry out those orders would be shot by the officers themselves.
The 4th Division is run by Bashar al Assad, the brother of the president. These, then, are defectors who disobeyed orders from the heart of the Syrian regime, from its best-trained officers. No wonder the government's looking for them. No wonder they're so nervous.
We received last-minute orders to go to demonstrations in Damascus. Usually protesters are very peaceful without any armed people in the crowd. So we spoke to some people in the neighborhood where we went to suppress demonstrations, and they helped us defect from the army.
Damascus has, according to some, seen an increase in the number of demonstrations. But if they were prompted by the death of fear, then it's the fear of death that holds them back. Often these protests evaporate as quickly as they start. The Free Syrian Army says it merges with the opposition to offer help if things get ugly, but they don't carry weapons and anyway are comprehensively outgunned by the government's forces, who, they say, are so afraid of the potential for defectors that they've stopped giving ammunition to soldiers.
First of all, we need some weapons and ammunition. We need Air Force cover and no-fly zone and some assistance from the Syrian people to move around. The Syrian army knows we are going to defect, so they only give us light weapons with no ammunition. All the heavy artillery in the Syrian army is operated by senior officials of the 4th Division and the Republican Guards.
So this small band moves around constantly, not even their families knowing much about where they are. Their existence seems simultaneously to show how President al-Assad's grip on power could be weakened, and yet how much fear there is among those who would stand against him. Laurence, Al Jazeera.